Welcome to HyberNation, a sleep story podcast. I'm your host, Sean. Get ready to unwind and float into dreamland with tonight's sleep story, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. First, I want to say thank you for listening. If you enjoy the podcast, one way to support it would be to leave a positive review. And of course, follow HyberNation on social media. Tonight's story is called Venice, the floating city. You'll be off on your adventure soon. And as the sun sets over the beautiful city of Venice, you'll find yourself gliding through its tranquil canals on a serene gondola ride. You'll immediately be struck by the stunning architecture and the rich history of the city. Your friendly gondolier, Marco, expertly navigates the waters as you take in the breathtaking sights around you. You'll continue your journey through Venice and begin to explore all that this beautiful floating city has to offer. From the winding streets and charming cafes to the world-renowned landmarks and delicious cuisine, every moment will be filled with wonder and delight. And as night falls, you'll find yourself settling into a cozy room in one of Venice's most luxurious hotels. The soft glow of candlelight and the sound of water gently lapping against the nearby canal will help to lull you into a state of complete relaxation. Before we begin your journey to the city of canals and meet your gondolier, let's make any adjustments that will allow us to begin to fully relax for our story. Take a moment to acknowledge the day that has passed and grant yourself permission to put it all aside. This time is solely for you, a sacred pause gifted for your well-being. As you find a comfortable position for your body, allow yourself to let go of any anxious thoughts. It's okay to put them aside for this time. In this space, you are in control and can allow any worrisome thoughts to dissipate and dissolve like wisps of clouds under a tranquil sky. Remember to avoid shallow breathing and instead take deep, full breaths to help calm your mind and body. Let each slow, full breath be your guide back to a serene center. Inhale relaxation, and let every exhale release tension. And now, allow my voice to continue to relax you as we begin our peaceful voyage to Venice, the floating city. Your taxi door clicks shut behind you with a satisfying thunk, sealing away the last remnants of your journey to this storied city. One foot alighted on the weathered cobblestones of Venice, followed by the other. And immediately, you are enveloped in a buzz of activity that hums with the excitement only Venice could inspire. The air feels different here, laden with anticipation, like the hushed breath before an orchestra's first note. As you turn to face the canal, the mesmerizing tableau of Venice unfurls before your eyes. It's as if you've stepped into a living canvas, painted with strokes of history and splashes of modern vibrancy. Towering buildings adorned with Byzantine windows and ornate balconies lean companionably close, whispering secrets of centuries past. Their facades, a patina of sun-washed pastels, gleam under the caress of the Italian sun. Each hue a testament to the city's grandeur and resilience. The dance of light on the water draws your gaze to the canals themselves, where gondolas glide with an elegance that defies their size. Ripples lace the surface, catching shards of sunlight and scattering them like jewels. And above it all, the sky stretches, a vast expanse of blue, so clear and deep, it seems to hold every dream ever whispered into Venetian nights. Venice greets you not only with the brashness of a new acquaintance, but the warm familiarity of an old friend. There is a sense of homecoming in the air, a recognition that though your feet have never trod these alleys, nor eyes beheld these sights, your spirit has always known the way here. And so, standing amidst the symphony of distant laughter, the calls of vendors, and the sweet serenade of lapping waves, you allow the essence of Venice to wrap around you. A welcome embrace from a city that promises wonder at every turn. With the melody of Venice playing in your ears, you pivot on a heel worn smooth by travel and anticipation, and stride toward the grand entrance of your hotel. The door, an artful archway of carved wood and gleaming brass, swings open as if anticipating your arrival, guiding you from the sunlit spectacle outside into a realm of refined elegance. The lobby is a masterclass in luxury. Its marble floors buffed to a mirror sheen, which reflects the soft glow of the crystal chandeliers. High above, the ceiling is painted with cherubs and clouds, a pastiche of blue and gold that rivals the sky you've just admired. A concierge, impeccably dressed in a suit that speaks of quiet wealth and understated taste, greets you with a smile that never reaches his eyes, but doesn't need to. It's professional, courteous. Benvenuto, he says, and the word wraps around you. A welcome more felt than heard. You reply with a thank you, stepping forward. Within moments, a key card is presented to you on a silver platter. It's a small gesture, the presentation, but one that tells you that here, in this place, no detail is too small to be perfected. No courtesy too minor to be extended. Your room is ready for you, the concierge informs you. His voice, the polished tenor of someone well-versed in the music of hospitality. Should you need anything, anytime, do not hesitate to call upon us. With the keycard cradled gently between your fingers, you glide toward your room. Your footsteps are hushed on the plush runner as you approach your door. The numbered plaque, a confirmation of your destination. The keycard whispers against the electronic lock. A soft beep granting you entrance. You push open the door and are greeted by an expanse of space that invites you to shed the constraints of travel and breathe in luxury. Sunlight filters through the gauzy curtains, kissing the surface of the room with a welcoming glow. It's a dance of light and shadow, playing across the king-size bed that promises rest deeper than the canals outside. A sitting area boasts plush armchairs, upholstered in velvet, the color of ripe plums, with a low coffee table holding a vase of fresh flowers. Their scent, a subtle hint of gardens unseen. Across the room, a writing desk of dark wood stands poised, its surface gleaming, paired with a chair that suggests both comfort and inspiration. Perhaps there, thoughts will spill onto paper, or postcards will be penned to distant friends. Here, in this room, the promise of Venice extends beyond the reach of lively streets and flowing canals. It lies also in the solitude and splendor of finely crafted comforts, waiting to cradle you in their opulent depths. The idea of taking a gondola ride through the city excites you. As beautiful as the hotel is, you know there is more beauty to find on the waters and in the streets of the city. With a gentle push, the balcony doors in your room swing open, ushering you into the embrace of Venice's grandeur. The marble beneath your feet gives way to an expanse of sky and water. A canvas upon which the city painted its centuries-old narrative. You lean forward onto the intricate wrought iron railing, eyes wide with the hunger of discovery. Below, the serpentine canals course through the city's heat, veins pulsing with life as gondolas glide elegantly, their oars tipping in silent rhythm. Each stroke through the emerald waters sends ripples dancing towards the sun-drenched banks, where stories unfold in the laughter and call of those who dwell within this floating masterpiece. Your gaze sweeps across the panorama, alighting on buildings that defy time, structures blushing in hues of terracotta and pastel, a quilt of architecture that tells of a rich tapestry woven from threads of history and culture. Balconies adorned with flowers in full bloom stand testament to the intimate relationship between nature and the city's stonework. In the distance, towers reach for the skies, their silhouettes cutting a distinguished profile against the backdrop of azure. The famed campanile, the bell tower, which stands sentinel over Piazza San Marco, while the domes of Basilica di San Marco sparkles like jewels under the watchful eye of the sun. Even farther, the silhouette of Santa Maria della Salute, the church and basilica built in the 1630s, traces its iconic shape, an ode to the resilience and spirit of Venice. Venice lay before you, not merely a city, but a living artwork. Each canal curve and cobblestone a brushstroke of enduring elegance. Venice has welcomed you with open arms. And in this quiet respite on your balcony, you embrace it right back. A silent vow forming in your mind to cherish each second of this serendipitous escape. With a heart buoyant with promise, you step towards the door, your hand closing around the brass handle. There is no rush, no urgency, only the steady beat of excitement that resonates with the pulsing life of the city outside. You are ready to explore, to discover, to lose yourself in the embrace of Venice. Your gondola ride awaits you. It's the number one thing you've been anticipating about this trip. No journey to this city would be complete without the experience. As you exit your hotel and make your way towards the dock, you realize the moment has arrived. A frisson of excitement tingles through your veins as you stand at the edge of the ancient stone quay. Your heart fluttering like the wings of a Venetian dove taking to flight. The decision to explore Venice, a dream nurtured through countless tales of its enchanting allure, now lay before you, tangible and pulsating with promise. Benvenuto, greeted Marco, your gondolier. His voice as smooth as the silken waters that cradles the city's secrets. With a nod that mirrors your own adventurous spirit, you step into his gondola, feeling it yield ever so slightly to your weight. A tender embrace by the canal itself, welcoming you into its fold. As twilight begins to drape its velvet shawl over Venice, Marco, with the ease of a maestro conducting an orchestra, pushes off from the dock. The gondola whispers into motion, cutting a gentle path through the water, which seems to hush in reverence to the unfolding journey. His hands, sure and practiced, maneuver the singular oar with an elegance that bellies the strength beneath. He is an artist, painting your passage through this floating masterpiece. You settle back, the cushions of the gondola cradling you like a promise of the serenity that awaits. As the early evening sky deepens to a richer hue, reflections dance upon the water's surface, and you know the magic of Venice is not just around you, but within you. Setting sail on a sea of wonder that promises to be unforgettable. As the gondola carries you onward, a mosaic of life unfurls around you. The buildings, tall and proud, rise from the water's edge like vibrant sentinels. Their facades, painted in hues that seem to have been plucked from an artist's palette. Ornate balconies, adorned with flowering plants, whisper stories of the lives entwined within their walls. While marble steps, worn by the gentle touch of time and tide, descend gracefully into the lapping waters. Through arches and under bridges, the gondola sails, revealing the architectural tapestry that clothes the city. Gothic windows peek out from intricate stonework, as if to watch the world pass by. And the detailed frescoes on some structures play tricks with the eye, creating illusions of depth and grandeur. It's as though you are drifting through a living gallery, each building a canvas, each canal a frame, capturing the splendor of Venice in a single, fluid moment. Marco guides the gondola with an unwavering hand, reading the language of the water like a seasoned poet reciting lines etched in a memory. As the dance between man, boat, and city continues, the beauty of Venice reveals itself not just in the sights, but also in the seamless harmony of movement and stillness. The silent strength of Marco's presence, a testament to the timeless spirit of this floating city. The gondola gently rounds a bend, and there looms the Rialto Bridge, its grand arches casting reflections upon the water like a venerable giant stooped to admire its own image. Your gaze travels upwards, following the elegant lines of the structure that it stood as silent witness to centuries of history. Built on thousands of wooden piles, this marvel had once been a bustling center of trade and commerce, where merchants from far and wide gathered to share their exotic wares. Now, it serves as an eternal testament to the ingenuity and ambition of the Venetians. A bridge not just over water, but across time. As the ornate stone of the Rialto fades into the distance, Marco steers you toward the melancholic beauty of the Bridge of Sighs. Shrouded in legend, this enclosed passageway of white limestone with windows, barred by stone lattice, was whispered to have been the final view of Venice for prisoners walking towards their fate. You feel a shiver, not of cold, but of deep reverence for the bittersweet tales etched into every crevice of the city's heart. Amidst these silent narrators of history, the atmosphere aboard the gondola is one of sublime peace. The gentle bobbing of the vessel on the water's surface provides a lulling rhythm, while the soft murmur of the city seems to fade into a distant hum, allowing the tranquility of the canals to envelop you in a comforting embrace. There is no need for words. The serenade of serenity speaks volumes as you glide through the liquid streets of Venice, cocooned in the tender cradle of history and the quietude of the present. The day's concerns, the weight of expectation, all seem to dissolve into the evening air, leaving only the purity of the moment. The gondola's gentle sway seemed to dance in time with the heartbeat of Venice, a soft cradle upon the tranquil waters that whispers promises of rest and rejuvenation. Each delicate rock is a brushstroke of calm, painting over the day's palette of worries with hues of serenity. The water, a tender artist, laps soothingly against the darkened hull, composing a symphony of subtle splashes that resonate within your chest. With every rhythmic undulation, your muscles unwind further, your breaths deepening, sinking with the ebb and flow of the ancient canals. As Marco deftly maneuvers the gondola around a gentle bend, more of Venice's vibrant evening life unfolds before you. The glow from the charming cafes spill out onto the cobblestone paths, casting warm, golden reflections that dance upon the water's surface like fireflies at dusk. Laughter and lively chatter trickle from these cozy buildings, featuring all types of cuisine, mingling with the aroma of freshly ground coffee and the sweet scent of pastries that beckon invitingly to all who pass. Above the harmonious din, the strains of an accordion emerge. The notes float through the air, weaving between the buildings with an effortless grace. On a nearby bridge, a street performer, his silhouette painted by the sinking sun, coaxed melodies from his instrument with fingers that knew each fold and crease of its bellows. The music is both a celebration and a soothing balm, reminding you that here, in this city of water and wonder, beauty can be found in even the most ordinary of moments. Each sight and sound of Venice's evening serenade adorns your experience, adding layers to your state of relaxation that is as much a journey through the senses as it is through the storied city. And here, adrift on the gentle currents of the canal, you are cradled by history, serenaded by the present, and utterly, blissfully at peace. Marco, your gondolier, briefly breaks your trance when he tells you that most people miss these places. He spoke with a hint of pride. He said that it is here, in the alleys and hidden corners, that the true heart of Venice beats. You smile, a gentle upturning of your lips that speaks of the delight found in this unveiled intimacy of the city. Each turn, each archway frames another vignette of Venetian life, untouched by the passage of time. An elderly man watering his flowers with a care that speaks of decades. A colorful clothesline strung like festival flags from window to window, telling of daily lives lived amidst history. Your gaze settles upon a weathered door, half opened to reveal a sliver of a venerable library within. Shelves buckling under the weight of leather-bound stories. The aroma of aged paper and ink tempts the senses. A siren call for those who revered the written word. Marco catches the direction of your gaze. He tells you it's a treasure trove for book lovers. Every brick, every canal has witnessed centuries, Marco tells you. His voice, a melodic thread woven into the tapestry of the ambiance. And yet, it all converges into the singular moment you are living right now. Enveloped in the sheer wonder of it all, you let out a breath you hadn't realized you'd been holding. You are not just observing Venice. You are becoming part of its endless story. Your own narrative, merging with the ebb and flow of the city's eternal waters. As the twilight deepens, the first stars peek out, timid at first, then growing bolder as the sky dons its nocturnal hues. Lamps flicker to life along the edges of the canal, their reflections shimmering like jewels scattered across the surface. In these reflections, you see a mosaic of the day's experiences, the wonder, the beauty, and now, the peace. A smile, both inward and outward, graces your lips. This gondola ride may have been coming to an end, but the memories, the feelings it stirs, are just the beginning. As you step onto solid ground once more, your feet touch the well-worn paths of countless others before you. But inside, you carry a unique imprint of Venice, one of calm and joy, woven through with the golden threads of an evening you would never forget. Marco's melodious Arrivederci faded behind you as you turned your gaze upon the tapestry of Venice unfurling before your eyes. The cobblestone beneath your feet seems to beckon you into the labyrinthine heart of the city. With each step, the winding streets unveil their secrets, pockets of serenity away from the well-trodden paths of tourists. You inhale deeply, the air rich with the scent of fresh espresso and baking focaccia from the nearby charming cafes. You can't help but smile as you watch a couple at a street-side table, their laughter mingling with the clinking of coffee cups. The warmth of the scene wraps around you like a soft blanket, inviting you to sample the city's delicious cuisine. And so, with a quick decision, you choose a small patisserie that promise sweet pastries and a taste of authentic Venetian delights. Your journey continues, now with a delicate pastry in hand. Its flavor, an echo of the city's culinary heritage. You pause before the grandeur of St. Mark's Basilica, its domes rising like golden crowns against the sky. Even amidst the flock of visitors, there's a hushed reverence that envelops the piazza, a shared wonder at the history etched into every stone. With each landmark visited, every narrow alley explored, and each morsel savored, your heart swells with delight. Venice is more than just a city. It is a living masterpiece. Each brushstroke, a tale of time-honored tradition and artistic splendor. And as the bright moonlight shines over the canals, you know that this is only the beginning of your adventure. Each moment in Venice is a treasure, waiting to be cherished in the quiet stories of the night. Now, it's time for you to make your way back to your beautiful, luxurious hotel. As night cloaks the city of Venice in a shroud of tranquil mystery, you ease into the plush embrace of an armchair by the window of your hotel room. The fabric is soft, almost velvety beneath your fingertips. And as you sink into its depths, a sigh escapes your lips. It's your expression of the pure bliss you're feeling. The room is aglow with the flickering dance of candlelight, casting warm, golden hues across the walls. They play over the intricate designs of Venetian plaster, highlighting the craftsmanship that whispers tales of opulence and history. Outside, the world is quiet, save for the gentle lap of water against ancient stone, a rhythmic sound that has soothed souls for centuries. It's as if the canal itself sings a lullaby just for you, inviting you to let go of the day's trivialities. You close your eyes for a moment, allowing the ambiance to envelop you completely. With each breath, the lingering sense of salt water and distant blooms from the flower markets infuse the air, mingling with a faint trace of beeswax from the candles. It's a symphony of sensations that beckons your worries to ebb away like the tides, leaving in their wake a profound sense of serenity. The day's explorations, the vibrant bustle of the Piazza San Marco, the exquisite artistry of glassblowers on Murano. All these experiences now settled into the tapestry of memories you're weaving. But here, in this moment of stillness, there's nothing more to do than simply be. As you drift closer to the realm of dreams, your mind holds onto the beauty of Venice. The way the moonlight kisses the water, the silhouette of gondolas bobbing gently in the night, the whispered conversations echoing softly down narrow alleyways. This city, ethereal and timeless, has taken hold of your heart. And even as sleep claims you, drawing you beneath its tender veil, you realize that Venice has given you a gift, a memory, precious and everlasting. It is yours to keep, a treasure nestled in the folds of your mind, to be revisited whenever the world becomes too much. A whispered invitation to return, even if only in dreams.